G'day, Matt Fradd here. I really hope that you've been enjoying Pints with Aquinas and that the interviews, you agree, have been getting better and better. I mean, if you've been following me for a while now, maybe you can make that judgment. I've been really enjoying it. I think moving to Steubenville was the best thing I could have done as far as the apostolate. There are so many amazing people, you know, not just who live in Steubenville, but who visit here regularly. So it's just been a great opportunity to have people drop by the studio. I used to live in Atlanta, and I would be like, hey, you want to fly to Atlanta and get in an Uber and drive an hour to my house and do a recording and then drive back? And people were good and would say yes, but this just makes it a lot easier. But ever since being here, I've gradually come to realize that I need a full-time video guy. I'm calling him my Catholic Jamie, although that isn't his name. Thinking of Jamie on the Joe Rogan Experience, right? So it'd be cool to be like, hey, Catholic Jamie, like, I don't know, throw up that verse from the Prima Pars question, whatever. So I think the time has come, and I've been mentioning it for a while now, where I really need to hire a full-time video guy. And this is for a couple of reasons. Like, up until now, I've had people who have full-time jobs here in Steubenville, and I ask them, hey, would you be available for this particular interview or that particular interview? And obviously, they're not always on call, so I'm only paying them hourly. And I'm like, okay, what I really need is someone who can be full-time for me, so that I can call upon them at any moment. So let's say you've got someone like Father Mike Schmitz or Dr. Andrew Swafford or Scott Hahn, and they've got, hey, I've got an hour tonight, or I can do a couple of hours tomorrow. Having someone who at the drop of a hat can come in and do the recording. Also having a stable guy will enable all of the camera angles to always look the same. Someone who's kind of expert in, you know, cameras, technology, sound, that sort of thing. I also need somebody to do all of my editing work, you know, so all of the clips that go up on Sips with Aquinas, and having somebody help with social media. So in order to bring someone on full time, they're going to move to Steubenville and I'm going to pay them a full-time wage, and that's not cheap. And so I want to invite you to consider supporting us on patreon.com/MattFradd. Now, if you happen to hate Patreon and you're not terribly interested in getting things in return, you can give at pintswithaquinas.com/give. But I just kind of want to show you some of the things that I'll give you if you become a patron, because it's not insignificant. We're actually pretty proud of this. I actually had somebody say that we give more than most folks, and that we really do make it worth being a patron. And I hope that's true. So like, for example, if you give $10 a month, you get access to these debates that I've been doing with Cameron Bertuzzi behind the scenes. So just for patrons. We'll send you a Pints with Aquinas sticker. I'll send you my new book, How to Be Happy. You'll get post-show wrap-up footage from Pints with Aquinas that we do with different guests. You get access to an ever-growing library of audiobooks that we've been doing, papal encyclicals, works of Thomas Aquinas, and most of them I outsource and have people professionally record so you can listen to them. We have these meditations for Lent and Advent that were written by Thomas Aquinas that you get access to listen to. We have book studies on the Divine Comedy, on Flannery O'Connor. We have some on the great books of Western civilization. We just did one on St. Augustine's Confessions. And these are taught by like academics, university professors who specialize in this. So that's really cool. We have a lot more. If you give $20 a month, you get a beer stein, you get a bunch more besides. But honestly, even if you could only give like $5 a month or $1 a month, we'd really appreciate it, right? So like, I'm not asking you to give to me so I can supplement my income and buy a boat, although no, I don't even think I'd like a boat. I'm asking to give, for you to give, so that we can bring on someone full-time, you know. And so right now, I'll show you this here. We're currently at 96% of our goal, so we're very close to getting there. I want to be responsible and try to raise the money ahead of time. I don't want to do this to my darling wife. She's been very patient with me as I'm like, I'm going to buy $30,000 of equipment and move to Steubenville and renovate a studio. And she's like, okay, God bless her. She's fantastic. But I really would like to have the funds ahead of time because it's not just me that might suffer, it would be Catholic Jamie. So if you enjoy Pints with Aquinas, if you want to give, that would be amazing. I also understand there are a lot of people out there who love Pints with Aquinas and they just can't give. And that's totally fine. And maybe you just don't want to give because you're already giving to a bunch of other great apostolates. That's awesome. Please don't give to me. Give to whoever you feel called to give to. But super humbled to those who would kind of put $1 or $5 or $20 a month to support this show. Because, I mean, every month we have people dropping out as well. It's not like people give and then stay on forever. So it's like this constant trying to like sort of catch up with the deficit every month when people stop giving for one reason or another. So if you want to give, that would be sweet. I'm really hoping that September 1st, we're going to have enough money for Catholic Jamie, whose name you will hopefully know in September should we reach our goal. Thanks so much for considering.